Fake news and police copter cover-ups from November 9th. At 8:05 until 8:16 a.m., I noticed the helicopter, and he was doing large circles. It was almost like a square, and the square would be Los Alisos, Jeronimo, Deseo, and Caladad streets. And so it was basically like encompassing a large area of damning events to say like, oh, this is my routine circle. So therefore, any number of insane events and power circles for hours within that circle were just part of the regular day. Maybe I dropped my sandwich or I got a call, and that's why I did so many circles. And so I only noticed him because he came so close to me at Deseo. And then at 10:57, can you close the door, please? At 10:57 until 11:06, I saw the helicopter again, and he was doing the same routine, big, massive route out around to Jeronimo, Los Alisos, and then back to Deseo. And then when he left up and around the back of my house. So if you're looking at my house from the street, there's like a huge swoop out from the far left at Coronel all the way out around the neighborhood. So basically kind of like the contour of El Dorado Park if you're going from Montevideo Elementary School down towards Geronimo Road, except it was further out back towards the Tribuco Road side of my neighborhood. And so I'm not sure if he was out there that entire time from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. And then after sunset around 5 something, there were Cessna copters. And there was one significant Cessna copter that was tuned to sound like a helicopter. It had a clatter, and it came out left to right behind 24191 if you're looking across the street from my house. And I think that they were, when they keep sending out these Cessna copters with different light configurations and stuff and really conspicuous, I think they're just testing to see how everything registers on my phone, because that's the starting point. Just like when they set the fires and then sent the jumbo jets down, and they're sitting there looking at my phone. They're like, turn your lights off, Johnny, turn left. And then so when it's all over, there's like a spot on my screen. It's like, okay, well, let's start from there. So this could be a night light, or we're not even sure. It might just be a glitch on the phone. And so it's really far from reality. And then at 6:39 p.m., the small police helicopter crossed on a diagonal across my street. If you're looking at my house from the street, it was from the back right to the front left, except it crossed over my next door neighbor's house at 24162, which is basically the October 16th spot. So it crossed over that, and then it crossed over the 2-story house across the street, and it was doing a wave the entire time, and that's to cover up for the event where he did the cover up of all cover-ups, and he started it by flying across my head waving the tail. At 6:46, and he changed his lights from orange to white as he went across the street. And then he did descent drops out towards Geronimo Cordillera. And then he went out left beyond to Geronimo Montilla. And then he returned at 6:46. He returned left to right in the copter pocket. And he was flying down Geronimo, they started flying out that far after October 30th so that they could fly through that spot with all the insanity to say that, oh, that happened on my regular routine. And so he changed the lights again, and then it seemed like he was coming up Deseo. So when you enter, if you're on Geronimo Road and you enter Cordillera and then you go onto Deseo curves up and then towards Caladad Street and Falda intersection. And so they started making that a new thing too, where he curves up into the neighborhood at that spot of the curvature of Deseo. And so he started to do that, and then he didn't show up. I got on top of the truck, so I looked down for a sec, got my phone ready, and tried to get my storage space set up. And he didn't show up. And then so it seemed like he went and came back. So I think they're trying to say that it was 2 helicopters, or maybe they even did use 2 helicopters, but I think it was purposeful to make it set. I mean, they had days to plan this, to set it up so that I'd be like, look, there's 1 copter, and then like, aha, Your Honor, there are 2 copters. And so it didn't show up where it should have. Up cleared the 2-story house and showed up on the right near Falda Deseo intersection. And so then at 7 p.m., the helicopter approached from Falda Deseo area, and it went I'm going to cut and have a part 2.